episode 60. Is it episode 60, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, episode
Yeah.
60, yeah.
Episode 60, Our League podcast. I'm on Offer the Duo Eds, alongside my co-host, my brother, my brethren, Ethan, aka International Eth. International Eth. Since we've been doing how many holidays have you been on since you've done the pod? I say it's like 4 or 5.
Maybe about 4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, 4 or 5. Yeah, living it up. You know what I'm saying? But how you been though, man? It's been a minute since we recorded. What you been saying?
Yeah, I've been good. Yeah, obviously the holiday was really good. Really enjoyed it. Probably one of the best holidays I've been for ages. Like, yeah, it was just the adventures, the stuff that me and Victoria were getting up to. Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. But also America's crazy. It just reaffirmed that, the US is somewhere that I don't see myself living in the future. Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Because whenever you speak to people from America, or like when you watch TV on like American TV, in it, because obviously it dominates, they always say like New Orleans is a very unique place. Like they say like it's different to everywhere else in America. Because obviously I was watching Victoria's TikToks, bro. You look one minute you're at the basketball game, the next minute you're in the swamp looking at alligators and stuff like that, bro. That just seems wild to me.
Yeah. No, it was like that, and a lot of the like locals say it's a bit European in a way, like the way it's built up. Obviously, they had their French and Spanish invasions, but yeah, no, it is very European the way it looks, the architecture, even some of the people, they're very friendly, the locals anyway. But like, there's crazy people on the street. Like if you went down Bourbon Street, as they called it, we would probably call it Bourbon Street because of the way it's spelled. But crackheads, people shitting in the street, bare ass, like naked, like it's disgusting, horrible. But yeah, it's like being in southeast London, probably.
That's good. But you know what? To be fair to Southeast London, obviously I'm from Northwest, and people normally from north of the river give people south of the river a bit of slack. I've never seen no one take a number 2 bare ass in South London. Do you know what I mean? So, but the thing is, I've heard of many Americans. I've heard when I went to America, I was mainly in nice parts, but I've heard there's places in America that resemble like third world countries and stuff like that. Like it is pretty like bad some places.
No, it did feel a bit overwhelming. It did. I think the first day we got there, in the evening, and us being us, we just went down, had a little bit of a look around. We went down Bourbon Street because it seemed like everything was happening down there. But yeah, it was overwhelming. Yeah, obviously what I've just said was happening. Bit of the corner boys and all of this was happening. And we were going down there with Victoria's parents, so it was a bit like, oh, okay,
you stick out like a sore thumb.
Divert a bit and go back on ourselves.
So you started off in Savannah. You went to a wedding in Savannah. So how was it like there as well?
Yeah, so Savannah, we were there for the wedding, for Victoria's cousin's wedding, and that was quite nice, to be fair. I thought Savannah would be a bit more southern and a bit like old country. Yeah, Savannah was it surprised me, to be fair. It was more nicer than I thought. I thought it'd be like in its ways, obviously being down in the south and having their view on certain things. But yeah, no, they were very welcoming as well. Had a few days there. The wedding was a beautiful wedding. It was a comfy wedding where there was only a few people there, but it was a nice ceremony nevertheless, and we really enjoyed ourselves. And they were a beautiful couple as well, and I hope they have a brilliant marriage together. Yeah, it's a bit crazy.
Yeah, because that's a gun carrying state. You're allowed to carry a gun in New Orleans, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a bit scary as well. Like you could, a lot of the time we were just walking around trying to be careful about stuff. But no, to be fair, I think they were quite nice, the Americans, but there was a few odd Americans and they were quite rude actually. Like, we're English speaking people ourselves as well. They just couldn't understand what we were saying.
Yeah.
And they were going, what? Like, it started to get annoying. Like, the last few days of the trip, it started to get jarring. And we were like, we're going to start a fight or something. Like, because Victoria was she was fuming with some of the stuff that was happening.
Yeah. From what, obviously I've been to New York, I've been to Washington. I feel like those type of places, there'd be more, because it's more touristy. I feel like they get more tourists, so they were more. They're like, my accent wasn't really a big issue, but I could understand it in the South and stuff. But even like, touching on what you said, Leah, you feel unease like when you're walking around. I felt like that when I was walking around. Obviously, the states I was in, I don't think they were gun carrying states, but still, it was like, yo, this person I'm walking right, and they could have literally a gun in their pocket right now, and I could just bump into them accidentally, and they just, or even the police or something. Like, do you know what I mean? So I fully understand what you're saying.
That's it.
I fully understand what you're saying. But so the couple wearing Zion jerseys as you're sporting now.
Yeah.
What game did you go to?
To be fair, we
you know, when you watch them in person, are you even more impressed with the athleticism? Like, yo, these guys are dunking from far, they're shooting that ball from deep. Like, is it more impressive in real life?
Yeah, defo. I think our seats weren't. Obviously we were in the gods a bit, and we probably
it's still good seats though. I could see from the photos. It's still good seats.
Yeah, still amazing seats. But obviously their stature, and you can't see how tall they are from that high up. But up and down. It is very impressive what they do. Even Alvarado, like, you could see he looked so small.
Yeah.
But the stuff that he was doing, just running up and down, he would have stopped. Like, it was very impressive.
Was BI playing?
BI played the second game, the Atlanta Hawks game, and he had a really good game in that game. I think he got 33 points in that game.
Nice. So what we say? Oh, you're a Pelicans fan now? You're just liking the team.
No, I think I am a fan of the Pelicans now, you know. But I just the whole atmosphere and just everything about it. I think, I do like how the Pelicans are coming up, and BI is one of those stand players to me that probably did help me pick Pelicans, I reckon.
To be fair, we've been showing BI a lot of love over the years on the pod, so you know.
We have.
It's not a surprise. The Smoothie King, is it Smoothie King Arena? Isn't it? That's what it's called, I swear.
Yeah, it is.
Is it near the dome?
Yeah, Smoothie King. It's literally 2 minutes away. It's literally outside the dome. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's really big over there, though. Smoothie King is like probably the biggest chain in New Orleans. Yeah.
Oh, first play. What I was gonna say, but other than that, when you went to the swamp stuff, what was that like? Because I've seen it in films, I've seen like YouTube stuff, but actually seeing it on you lot's thing, it looked wild, bro. Like the alligator right there, that's nuts, man.
Yeah. No, it was frightening, to be fair, because we picked a lovely day for it, because although the temperature would be really nice throughout the trip in New Orleans, it was about what the temperature here is right now, like 15, 17. But that day was like 23. It was humid.
Oh, nice.
Just right for alligators, obviously cold-hearted reptiles. So for them to be out in the heat, I think we picked the perfect day for it. She was sitting in the middle. I was sitting on the edge. Near obviously the river. And this like southern guy who's like proper redneck is driving around like crazy. He's a crazy man with it. Like, he's whipping around, and you can feel yourself edging off the boat a bit. And we were holding on to our lives, really. Like, it was crazy. But it was a really good experience. Like, I really enjoyed it. The guy gave us a little bit of a history lesson, and he said he wanted to live out in sticks on the swamp, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like, do you want to live in the swamp? And he was like, just an easier way of life. It's cheaper, and yeah, it just seemed crazy. He seemed crazy.
You know what? I'd never go on one of those things just because I've always seen in like the films like the engine just stops. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I was just I'm not, bro. So I couldn't. Honestly. But shout out to you lot. Shout out to you lot. What like,
Yeah.
obviously you was there. How many weeks was you in New Orleans? Like a couple of weeks, I swear you was there out there.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. So we took in everything. We took in all the stuff that was in New Orleans. Obviously, they have trams. So we did on, I think, was it the Tuesday? I think it was a Wednesday where the Lakers were playing, and it was what's her name? Rosa Parks Day. It was Rosa Parks Day, so you get a free trip on the tram. So yeah, we went up to the Smoothie King Center and just took everything in, and just it was a really nice day. Other days we did this view interactive thing where it was like a museum. And you took in a bit of their culture, what New Orleans was built upon. And then we went. I don't know whether you've heard of it. It's called Dave and Buster. It's like an arcade sort of place. And we went, and it was just crazy. It was lights everywhere, music that just didn't shut up, like arcade games, like just loud, like on 100. And we did that one day. And yeah, we just took everything in, took in the food, took in like I say, the culture. The culture was a major thing there. They kept on going on about the culture and
Do
how
they still speak Creole
the
down
French
there?
came here. A few people spoke Creole, like obviously the owners and stuff of these old places speak Creole, but yeah, a lot of the locals have just probably just moved over there after obviously the Katrina and obviously the other
Katrina.
hurricanes.
Yeah.
So they're still they're still sort of building upon that still, and they're trying to recover from it still.
Still, that was like 05, that's crazy, bro. That's almost 20 years.
Yeah.
I remember I was in primary school when that happened. That's actually nuts, man. But what would you visit again? Yeah, would you recommend it?
I would go there for a 3-day weekend probably, and then
3-day
go
weekend,
somewhere else. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I would recommend going there because it's like a European country. Like you would love it over there. Really, like you can fit in everything within 3 days. Like go to watch a basketball game, go and watch an NFL game if you go in like say December, winter time. And maybe do a swamp tour. Like it is just crazy. It was a really good time. I did really enjoy it.
And it seems like it's a diverse city. Like there's a lot of black people in it.
Yeah. Majority is black people. Yeah.
Really?
So you felt at ease a bit more, I'd say.
Yeah, because places I went
to be fair, every time I went to like a restaurant or like say a Starbucks, the like employee would say, "You look like someone you know." She's like, have a guess who you look like. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, you tell me. They're like, you look like Drake. I was like, no, I don't. You're chatting so much rubbish.
They want a tip.
Like
they want a tip.
Yeah, this is it. That's what she did. That's what I said. Do you want a tip? I was like, well, you can offer it to me. I was like,
so how does that work?
I'll give you $1.
Because when I went, I know tipping's a big thing. Like when you go for dinner, let's say you and Victoria go for dinner, or do you look like what's the percentage you have to tip? So is that someone says like 20%, 10%, something stupid like that?
Yeah. So I think they've started to change that. You can custom your tip, so you can either give a 10% or a 20%. But a lot of the places, to be fair, if the service weren't on it, I'm not giving a tip. The waiter or bar staff are good, I'll give a tip. But if you're rude and not giving anything back to the custom, I'm not going to give it. I'm not going to give you money. So we went IHOP. Oh, this was an experience for us.
Yeah,
we were waiting there for we were waiting for maybe an hour. I'd say waiting for a table took about 20 minutes, which was that was a first sign where we were a bit fuming about the service. And then we got to our table, didn't get a menu, didn't get a drinks menu. and the waiter didn't come by to us until 20 minutes later. The lady came up and she did apologize to us. Then 10 minutes, we're quite close to the kitchen anyway. Then 10 minutes passes, we can hear this commotion happening in the kitchen.
It's a fight.
Yeah, there's a fight going on. These two girls are just going for it. Like, you can hear plates smashing, glasses smashing. Victoria can see it. I can't see it at this point. I'm like, I'm sticking away from it. I don't want to look at it. She's saying that the kitchen porter's getting in between it. They're still going at it. They're pulling hair and stuff. Like, weave is coming off, and I'm like, this better not come outside. Like, what? They're gonna lose all their customers if this happens. But yeah, they sort of calmed down, and then we're still waiting an hour and a half for our food. Like, it gets crazy. We were like, why did we even experience doing that? Like, what, we should have gone somewhere else. Like, we should. The first thing from waiting for the table, we should have took that as a sign to just leave the place.
Red flag. Yeah.
That was a red flag for us. But yeah, that was crazy.
When I went to America, I ordered Popeyes every day of the week, bruv. Every day of the week, I was Popeyes. But I put on mad weight. I understand why they're obese over there. I understand why the people are fat over there. Because the food is so nice. And everything is sugar. Everything's fried. Everything's sugar. Oh my days, bruv. So wild. Yeah,
it was so heavy, the food. Like, we've definitely put on a few pounds. At the moment, Mills are trying to get on the gym wave at the moment.
Yeah, 100%, bro. When I came back, I was a big boy myself, so I fully hear it, bro. I fully hear it because everything's fried, everything's sugar. But I'm glad you enjoyed, my man. Before we talk a bit of ball, because I told you I wasn't watching Love Island. I only started watching it for Casa Amor. So I've watched. I watched last week. No, the week before last week, and then this week I've been watching just because I knew Casa Amor was coming. I wanted to ramp up and like understand.
Yeah.
You go before I go because I've got some thoughts and I just wanna go. So you go before I go, bro.
It was getting boring leading up to Casa Amor. I think there wasn't any certain couples. And yeah, it got to a stage where I'm like, who am I actually rooting for in this show? Because all of them are actually playing games in some sort of way. They're not being themselves. They're using every sort of game plan that's been used before them. So I was kind of done. Then Casa Amor came, and I think we've probably had the most turning of heads ever on the show. Like,
on both sides.
On both sides, yeah, defo on both sides. Because it was how many couples? Was it 3 or 4 couples that had turned their heads?
I think
it's
so.
About 4 couples, yeah. But yeah, to be fair, Liv and Kai, they were on the rocks anyway. They weren't ever gonna be a sure thing.
Yeah.
So that was fine. But she pissed me off with the way she reacted to all of. They're giving her too much airtime. I'm not gonna lie. She's so irrelevant on the show. Like, what does she give?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that with Kai's decision, I was happy that he made that decision and he moved forward. Who else was it? Tom obviously did his thing. He's been doing his thing in there.
He's a lad, isn't he? He's a lad, so he was always gonna do that.
Yeah, but he'll recover it. And,
do you reckon? Do you reckon he won't lose her? She seems like she's very firm.
Nah, I don't think she is.
You don't think so, no?
He's been doing this from the get-go, and she's only been in a week. She's been seeing this on the outside. She knows Tom's not that loyal.
Yeah.
So she should have knew that from the get-go.
Yeah.
So I think she likes Tom still. So I think she'll give him a chance. And then the Casey thing. What do you think of the Casey with the what's her name?
I don't remember her name.
The Casa Amor girl that came in. Did you think he was playing a game?
Yeah,
do you think he was playing a game there?
He did her dirty. Because he was proper leader. All the other boys was like, like they were telling their girls like, well, Kai anyway, because he recoupled, didn't he? Yeah. Kai anyway was like, listen, like I'm a bit unsure about what's
Yeah,
her name, Olivia. I'm probably gonna pick you.
yeah,
Me and you
yeah,
connect more so.
yeah,
Casey was
yeah,
leading that girl one. He was like, "Listen, it's me and you. I'm proper into
yeah,
you, kissing her,
yeah.
all this and that." And then last minute, he
Yeah,
probably saw his
we're on the same vibe and all of that. He
yeah
kept
on the
on
same
saying.
vibe, everything. He was probably just thought, "Bun it, like I got a little dark skin thing
Yeah.
in Casa Amor. Let me grab that." Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
No, it happens to the best of us. But But yeah, he let her run. He even knew because he even
It
said,
was
"I'm sorry." He even said, "I'm sorry."
yeah, yeah, yeah. He said he's sorry, but I didn't catch that. I didn't actually
No,
catch
I did,
him
I did,
say
I
the
did.
sorry thing. Yeah, I need to rewatch that and see whether he says it. But yeah, and then obviously come down to the big two, which is Will and Shaq. Will being stupid or being a boy in this situation.
Yeah.
This girl came in and fed him a load of lies, and he just went with it. He was like, "Yeah, I might as well just have my cake and eat it, pretty much."
His girl's
And thought Jesse
devastated.
would be,
She's
yeah, yeah,
devastated.
she's devastated because this has happened. This happened on the Australian Love Island as well,
What
where
was she on that? Was she on the Australian
yeah,
one?
yeah, she was on the first, I think first year, first or second year, Australian Love Island, and her guy in that went with someone else in the Casa Amor.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so yeah, that's happened to her twice now. Will thought he could get away with it, I think, and it obviously putting on the sad boy act of like, I've messed up, I screwed up. Like he tried
Yeah.
to cry as well, and the tears weren't coming out. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what are you doing here?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then yeah, it comes to Shaq. It comes to Shaq with Tanya. To be fair, from the get go, if you've watched it from week one, you kind of can tell that Tanya was never into Shaq, and Shaq had tried to ride it out a bit, and obviously said, "I love you." She said, "I love you back." They've slept together in the hideaway, and then yeah, Casa Amor comes. To be fair, before Casa Amor, they had their little spat about her saying that
He
yeah,
reminds her of her
he's
ex
acting
or whatever.
like a
Then yeah.
yeah, the ex comment, and she still didn't understand that, which really it fumed me
Because
before that.
if
Like
he said that, she's not gonna be happy either
exactly that.
way.
No, no. So yeah, she's gone. She's gone on that. She's also filling the girls with lies a bit, like not really putting out the full story, just putting her side of the story out to the girls. Then
Yeah.
going to Casa Amor, the girls are on like whatever happens
They
pretty
were moving
much. So
reckless, the girls, isn't it? They
yeah,
were
so
moving reckless.
this is why I get so annoyed. This is why I get so annoyed because they're on the boys now, but they were moving like this as well. So
Yeah.
why is it one thing for them and another thing for the boys? So
Yeah.
yeah, Tanya comes in. We know she's recoupling with this Martin guy. And yeah, Shaq is a lost boy at the moment. He's like, do you reckon he'll go back with her?
He better not. He better not, bruv. I'm so sorry. Listen, yeah. I feel like this enraged me because yeah,
Mm,
Shaq, I get it. You're with her every day. It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I get it. You told her you love her, bro. Like, what are we doing? I don't know. Maybe to be fair, he seems like the type of guy he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's a very
yeah,
emotional guy. I can tell that.
and that's fair. Like,
That's
if you
fair.
are the one of those people, that is fine.
That's fair. But you have to understand, not everyone's like that, bro. Not everyone dives in head first. And do you know what I'm saying? So, and also she's young, isn't it? How old is that girl? She's like 22, 23, something like that. So she's a
Yeah,
bit young.
yeah,
So I expect a young, this is why me personally, I don't really go for girls of that age. Like I tend to go for girls nearer my age because of the mindset. Like, do you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, you can't be. And also, she allowed herself to get manipulated by that Martin guy. He was feeding her lies, saying, "Oh, Shaq's this, Shaq's that, wherever, wherever." And
yeah,
she was just
yeah,
taking it all in. She wanted to do Shaq dirty. She was looking for a reason. Yeah. And then when she was kissing my man in bed, I was just thinking, Shaq, bro, this guy's sitting on the day bed, lying on the day bed, just, you know what I mean? Like, it's professing his love for her in front of all the other girls. And them other girls were on him as well.
yeah,
And then, yeah, when she came back with him, oh, I was hearted for him. But he's not allowed to charge into the game. He tried to charge into the game. No, your card got rejected, bruv. I'm so sorry.
yeah,
Because, yeah, you can't tell a girl after 2 weeks, even if you've been with her every day, you can't tell a girl after 2 weeks you love her, bro. And then be like, oh, charge it to the game. Nah, you're not allowed to charge it to the game, bruv. I'm so sorry. He's not.
Yeah, no, I really don't understand why you would put everything on the line and say you love a girl first 2 weeks in. Like it doesn't make no sense.
It doesn't make no sense. And then Olivia in my blood was boiling. My blood was boiling because from the first night she was on it with what's his name, the light skin brother,
Maxwell guy.
yeah, the first day she was on it with that Max guy, the first day, and she even knew, oh, I'm gonna get into trouble, gonna get me into trouble. Lipsed him. Seen Kai was genuinely happy for the girl. He was happy for her. He was like, I hope she recouples because I'm gonna recouple. Like that smile he had on his face wasn't a malicious smile. That was like a smile of joy. Oh, I'm happy for you.
No, it wasn't. Yeah,
I'm happy for you. And she comes in. It was similar to that India thing. How are you recoupling and then you're giving me headache?
Yeah.
Like make it make sense.
Yeah, no, but also when she was in Casa Amor, she was saying this. With Kai's been in the bottom three for the last 3 weeks. Surely there's something that the public is seeing. That
she wants
I'm
to be
not
a star.
seeing.
She wants to be a star.
Yeah,
she should just come out and say, you know what, I want to be a reality star.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then she's getting all upset at Kai, then saying everything he said is fake. And then Kai's like, fam, you recoupled, bruv. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how are you telling me I'm fake? You recoupled yourself. What are you on?
Yeah.
Like, what are you actually on? My days. She annoyed me. What other girl is there? The are those only two that recoupled?
Yeah, they were the two people that recoupled. Yeah, the two girls. Then.
Yeah, they're the only two girls that recoupled. Yeah, Olivia and my day.
Yeah.
Do you know who I wish was still on the show? Tanya. I wish Tanya was still on the show.
Yeah. Tanya would be giving some home truths to some of these people.
Yes.
Yeah.
She'd be telling the girls, what are you lot doing? Like fix up. Yeah, that Olivia one, she's just playing games. I can't stand her, bro.
Yeah.
OD. She's
she wants to be the it girl. And every time there's been like a bombshell girl that's come on. So say with that Sammy girl had like they had this like Roman gladiator task or something.
Yeah.
And Sammy accidentally poured over some water on her.
Okay.
And this Olivia girl's like, I think Sammy's got something against me. Like, why did she pour it? And Sammy's like, it was part of a game. It's like, I don't have anything against you. She's like,
a narcissist.
Well, I think you do this. I think you do. Yeah, she is. She literally is that.
She's a narcissist. She's a narcissist, honestly. Yeah, I can't stand the girl. And her guy looks like a dope as well. Sorry, bro. That's just my opinion. he don't look like the brightest cookie, you know. But,
no, he doesn't.
But I'm happy for Kai. I'm happy for his new girl.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to 9:00 today, boy. I'm looking so.
It's gonna be juicy because the boys are gonna get it from the girls today.
But the girls but you know what it is? The girls are just all gassing it up, yeah. I can't wait till they reveal. You know when they do that movie night thing and they reveal the stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to that. And I hope Kai and Olivia are both still in so he can tell about herself.
Yeah.
What do you think about Ron? Shout out to Ron, bro. I've got his girl back and he played it loyal.
Yeah, Ron was smart, and I think he's a true game player of the whole thing. I mean, he's done his test.
You reckon he don't like her? You reckon he don't like her?
No, I reckon he likes her. But he tested everything out before Lana. And Casa Amor was probably the biggest test. So he knew if he was loyal through that, he's got Lana throughout this journey now.
Yeah. But
honestly, I think he would prefer to be with this Sammy girl. If Sammy came in the first day, I think he would have been on her from the get-go, yeah.
I hear it. Arsenal, Aston Villa, Villa 2, Arsenal 4. Played at Villa Park. Within the first 5 minutes, Ollie Watkins, step over, went through with the left, slotted it, far post. And then Saka scored a beautiful volley. Then I can't remember who scored there. So did Arsenal then score?
No, it was 2-1. So yeah, they scored.
Yeah, Villa scored.
I can't remember who scored. Yeah,
Villa scored, and then Zinchenko scored a nice outside the box near post little naughty goal. And then they was applying the pressure. Leon Bailey, came on as a sub, down the flank, step over, smashed the shot. And Ramsdale saved it, went out, hit crossbar, went out. And then someone had crossed the ball in. I think Odegaard passed it to Jorginho outside the box, and Jorginho's hammered it, hit the cross. No, it's Martinez saved it, hit the crossbar, come off his head, then it went in. And then last minute of the game, I believe, Martinez came out for a goal kick, which I will never understand why goalkeepers do that. You're not scoring. This happened once in however many times. We've cleared it out. Fabinho Vieira, sorry, mate. He's cleared it out. It's passed it to Martinelli, cut through the defenders. Martinelli's gone past Ings, celebrated before he scored it 4-2. I'm so happy it was against Martinez. He is a shit house, and I don't like him now ever since he's not been an Arsenal player, because he gives it the big one. Like I just don't like him anymore. I don't like him. That game made my heart race, boy. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because I was just thinking, Arsenal, that you lot actually gonna fall to the pressure again, fam. We've been losing game after game, drawing. And shout out to Arteta. He's been critical of the officiating, whether it's Saka and them lots getting kicked a lot, the VAR and stuff like that. And luck swayed on our side yesterday. What was your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, really good game. This is why we love the Premier League so much. There's so many ups and downs, and yeah, Arsenal showed kind of a ruthlessness to sort of come back into the game twice as well.
Yeah,
and then just to nick it in the last minute, really, from Jorginho of all people, who doesn't score those type of goals anyway. And yeah, when the luck is on your side, the luck is on your side. There's been a few games prior to this game where I've seen Arsenal and they've got that little slice of luck, and I'm like, they really could be champions this year. Like,
yeah,
things are really falling in their place. And yeah, this showed again in that the game against Villa. And Arsenal have really impressed me this season. Obviously, they lost in the week to City, which was a tough loss, and probably one of the worst performances I've seen from you guys in probably a second half as well, because first half you played well in that City game, and the second half you just dropped off. But yeah, everything seems to be going your way so far. But yeah, it's still a long way to
Long way to go. I literally had tears of joy yesterday coming out of my eyes. Like, on God, I was so happy after that result. Anthony texted me saying the same thing. Both going back and forth, professing our love for the club. It was a special one, bro. Because if we had lost that game, I would have said you lots can give it. Even though we got a game in hand, the City would have had going. Is probably theirs, but no, that just gives us a bit. We've made it difficult on ourselves. We had like a 6-point lead. We made it very difficult on ourselves, but yeah, overall I'm happy. The squad looks thin in the middle though. Like, although Jorginho did score that great goal for us, which is one of the best goals this season thus far, especially because it came off Martinez's head. Partey is missed in the middle. And I think Arteta said he's a week away, and it just goes to show, like, this modern Premier League, if you ain't got legs in the middle of the park, you're done, bruv. If you haven't got legs in the middle of the park, so yeah, man, I'm over the moon with that performance. Obviously we'll get into the City result as well, which helped us, but yeah, still top of the league, so you can't complain. Everton 1, Leeds 0. I watched this game. It was a weird game. Coleman, did you see his goal?
I did see the goal. I've just seen it. It was a crazy goal.
He said he meant it.
I don't know, because he never gets his head up. He's driving that, like, he's sprinting down the line.
Yeah.
And then at the last minute, he just bangs it. Like, I don't believe he's meant that.
The way he struck the ball, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, because he doesn't seem like the type of guy to like he's a fullback. He even said it himself, a fullback. Like, no one's gonna believe me because I'm a fullback, but I did mean it. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. But Sean Dyche rallying the boys again, just good. Like, 1-0 to the Everton, innit? He may be able to keep them up. The thing with them is, though, they showed a graph on Match of the Day yesterday of like their strikers, their front three strikers, Mopey, Calvert-Lewin, and Sims, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
And I think they've already scored 3 goals this season in the Prem each. That's terrible. That's terrible.
No, it is bad.
Mopey, I think they brought him 15 million, something like that.
Yeah.
Calvert-Lewin, at one point, people was quoting this guy 67 million, and I never thought. I'm pretty sure I said on this call, I just don't rate him like that. He hold up play, cool, great. You're a striker, you're meant to score goals. He's never been prolific goal scorer anyway. And then the Sims guy, I think he's from the academy or something like that.
He's a youngster. He was on loan at Sunderland earlier on in the season, and he showed a bit of form. But yeah, Premier League is different from the champ.
Yeah, it's different from the champs. Do you know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you think of Everton? You reckon they can stay up with Sean Dyche leading the boys?
Yeah, I reckon they'll stay up. I think it's that manager bounce at this moment in time. They've got a good run of results. Obviously, the Arsenal result gave them that little boost, and Leeds are probably in the worst position at this moment in time. They look like they're going down. But yeah, Everton will stay up for me, I reckon, with Sean Dyche.
Since Leeds have been in the Premier League, I don't think their defense has improved, bruv. Like, they've always had a terrible defense. And the thing is, again, one of my colleagues, we've mentioned him on the pod a lot, my buddy Morris. I've said it to him the whole time. I don't trust you lot's defense. I just don't trust you lot's defense. When you had Bielsa the first couple season and a half and that, it was cool, great. And also they're missing Phillips as well, that anchor in the middle. And Bamford, since he's come back from the injury, he's lost a step. Rafinha as well, they're missing him as well. Like they just look stale, and they spend a lot of money on these type of American players and stuff like that. And then you sack the manager, and then this new guy struggling. Like it's a shame to see Leeds go down, because I thought they could be someone that was like here to stay, maybe 5-10 years. But I think if they go down, it'll be a while till we see them in the Prem again, because they're gonna obviously these guys have got a taste of the Premier League football now. Especially the international guys, they're going to want to remain in the Prem. If not, I wouldn't see them wanting to go back to Germany. I think they'd want to stay in the Prem. I just don't know. They need to sort out the manager, everything from top down. I think they just need to get it right. Liverpool 2, Newcastle 0. Nunes scored a nice little goal at the beginning. It looked like a handball. It wasn't. Lovely through ball from Trent. Cody Gakpo scored a goal as well, giving him that momentum shift. What was Nick Pope thinking?
It was dreadful. Like, I have seen a clip of it, and I'm like,
he was
why is he trying to come? Yeah, when does he ever come out? He's not a sweeper keeper. Like, why is he doing that? But yeah, that sort of changed the game, because I feel like Newcastle could have nicked a goal in that first half and then probably got a equaliser, but that ruined the game for me. And Liverpool were just held on, because Newcastle did create a few chances in that game and should have probably scored one.
As soon as he touched it, you could tell he knew straight away, I'm not in the box. Fuck. Like, and he was absolutely gutted. There's a rule that he misses the cup final. What's your thoughts on that? I never even knew that was a thing,
No, it's unfortunate. Like, three games, straight red is it's a tough one, but you kind of have that in the back of your mind if you're playing. Like, the cup finals around the corner. Like, you shouldn't make any sort of rash decisions or any stupid decisions, and he's made one. So it's a stupid one, but the rules are in place. You know full well you shouldn't do it.
Nottingham Forrest 1, Man City 1. Silva scored 41st minute, and then big old Chris Wood scored 84th minute. I think if he was in North London, he would have got several pints from the Gooner faithful. He's been on his tour, Wood. Burnley, Newcastle, now Forest, that type of striker. But the build-up play for that goal was phenomenal. No, Gibbs got the ball, dribbled it, passed it to Ben Johnson on the flank. He wants it, waits, cuts it, passes it back to him. He crosses the ball diag, and across the box, and then Chris Wood scores it. I was so happy. But City were very wasteful in that game. They should have won that game like a good 3-0. That Haaland chance, any other day he smashes that into the net.
City have been like this season, though. I feel like they've been very wasteful when they do have chances, and yeah, when it's not running their way, like the Arsenal game in the week, I thought it just wasn't gonna go their way, and then they just found that slice of luck in a mistake that Arsenal created, and then got it.
We'll talk about United just because it's still on, but Rashford scored 2, Sancho scored 1. Rashford, I think they said this. I think he scored altogether 23 goals this year. I think 13 of them have been in the Prem. He's just on the form of his life right now. Is this the season that he propels to become 20 plus a goal striker every year from now on, do you think? Or is it just like contract year one-off? Because he's had these type of stints before.
Yeah, no, I believe he can improve on this. Like, I do think he's that type of player. He's reminding me of Thierry Henry in a way. I think he is a flank. I think he is that player that plays on the wide, then can come into the middle a bit. I don't think he's an out and out striker. He's a bit similar to Mbappe in a way, also. So, yeah, no, I reckon he goes from here, and it keeps on improving, hopefully, anyway. But yeah, no, I love to see it, because Rashford is one of those players that all of us, I think the nation loves Rashford, obviously, for the things that he did during lockdown. But now, especially with the form that he's got, you just want him to keep on propelling, and the sky is the limit for it, really, still.
And then obviously just before we started recording, you asked me, am I nervous of Man United? And I said, yeah, I am a bit, to be honest with you, because they're building momentum, and the manager's like starting to get them to play the style of football that he wants them to. And this guy keeps scoring goals every game. You can book it. Currently third, I believe. I think they're currently third. Title, can they win the title? I don't know if they're in. I mean, obviously they're third in it, so it's like, yes, they are in title contention. But really and truly, if I'm being completely honest, I think it's only between two teams, between Arsenal and City. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think United have enough. I just don't think they have enough. I feel like they have their off days. And I don't necessarily see City and Arsenal against the smaller teams losing. That's all I'm going off of, really.
All right, if we got to do it, mate, we got to talk about the boys in blue and the bridge. James Ward-Prowse. I think they said since 2006, only Messi has scored more free kicks than him. I think he's got like 17, and Messi's got like 26 or 23 or something like that. Which we'll talk about Messi and the PSG in a bit, because he just scored another free kick. That goal was phenomenal, man. It takes cojones to even attempt it over the wall, dip, bottom left. What a goal! Your thoughts on the game, bro?
Yeah. Southampton are that sort of team. They rely on set pieces, and Southampton are that kind of team that rely on set pieces. And when James Ward-Prowse is in that sort of range or distance, he's gonna try anything. So it was always on for him, and he's obviously started it in. But our reaction to it, to be fair, was all right. I believe we should have scored a few goals in the game, but we're lacking that clinicalness at the moment. We obviously didn't get a striker since the summer. We didn't replace Lukaku. That's showing now, like or Werner, and we're playing Havertz, who is. I'm slightly done with Havertz at this moment in time. Like he's just too casual for me, too nice of a player, too technical, or he's just not a striker for me. And the fact that Potter keeps on going back to him is really starting to fume me a bit. Yeah, the few clips that I did see, Fofana did look good to me.
Not a starting striker in the Prem, though. Not a starting striker.
Yeah, not yet.
Chelsea.
Anyway, the Fulham game was the opportunity where he went round the keeper. You saw some sort of a technical ability from him, but yeah, the Southampton starting probably wasn't the right time for him. Maybe next year he'll be ready, up to scratch. But yeah, we don't have no striker that's clinical enough at the moment. Sterling had his chance. João Felix keeps on getting chances, but not clinical enough. Mudryk. It doesn't seem to be clicking with him at the moment. He's just trying to be too fancy, too
Love to dribble too much, innit? Yeah.
Yeah. This type of player, and we don't need to see that at the moment. We just need to see the ball hitting the back of the net, and we're not seeing that. So, defensively, also, I think we look good in parts of the games, and then we look exposed. I think we're playing too much of these. When James is playing, he's too high up. Chilwell's too high up, and then we're exposed with two of the two centre backs in terms of Favana and that Bashieli, or I don't know how to use his name, but yeah. In terms of us moving forward, I can't see us moving forward this season. We can't score a goal. Like it's starting to get to a stage where is our goals coming from? Yeah. It's just it's starting to feel really annoying watching Chelsea at this moment in time.
Currently sitting 10th of the league on 31 points. Would have never thought that for Chelsea. And obviously it's like it's just a down period. But thoughts on the gaffer, like constantly changing the squad, saying that like it's thin and stuff like that. Guys are injured and stuff, which I'm so sorry, that's not an excuse. You lot brought in you've got too many players. How about that? You've got too many star players, and he's saying that the squad's injuries and that. What was your thoughts on him? A lot of people are calling for his job.
Yeah, no, I think that's a poor excuse. I think we had enough star quality in that team yesterday to go and turn over Southampton. We should have really be turning Southampton 4-0 or 5-0. Like that's the sort of performance I expect from a Chelsea team.
Not to be disrespectful,
that quality
but
anyway.
Not to be disrespectful, but there's levels. There's levels.
Yeah, that's it. And we're playing at home as well, and
Exactly.
you've got to give the fans what they want, especially after the performance against Borussia Dortmund in the week. Like we expect a performance. If you're saying you're resting players and stuff like that, we still want results. Like surely you want a result that's good enough against Southampton to then bounce back into the Borussia Dortmund game. I don't understand the sort of comments he made after the game. It's making a lot of the fans that were on his side slightly against him at this moment in time. But I feel like he can turn it around. I think a good result against Borussia Dortmund would help it. But it needs to happen very quickly because Chelsea are slightly falling out of favour with him at this moment in time.
I don't think he sees the end of the week.
Do you not?
I don't think so, man. I think by next weekend, if he don't win, he's gone. I think so.
I
truly think so.
Todd will. Yeah, I feel like Todd will stick by him because this was the man that he brought in, and he has to sort of suck it up and let him bide a bit of time as well because it may fall in his favour. But yeah, this chopping and changing of the starting 11 is really starting to annoy me a little bit.
Is Thiago Silva injured?
No, he's not injured.
No, why is he not playing?
Yesterday. I think he wanted to give Fofana some time as well yesterday.
But
to be fair, Fofana didn't do anything wrong in that game. Neither centre back did anything wrong in that game other than us conceding a free kick, and that was it. And then we just didn't. We're just not clinical enough at this moment in time. I can't really fault the defending on certain situations, but yeah, it's just poor from Chelsea all over.
And prayers out to Abdul-Jabbar. Took a horrible kick to the chest.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible.
It was loud as well. Cool.
Yeah.
So prayers out to him as well, and prayers out to our to the family of our Ghanaian brethren, Christian Atsu as well. Found dead in the Turkish rubble, and everyone out there as well in Turkey. That was cool.
You know what annoyed me with that, with the whole Christian Atsu thing? Yeah, rest in peace to him. But there was so many rumors on TikTok and Instagram saying he's alive. He's
at the beginning, innit? Yes.
It really annoyed me because I was like, I was kind of relieved. I was out in America and I was relieved. And when I came back, it was like he's still missing. I was like, what? I thought he was alive.
Yeah.
Like that's what really annoyed me about the whole thing. But yeah, rest in peace, Christian Atsu.
Yeah, man. A former Chelsea player. You know what I mean? Our fellow countrymen. I don't know if they can see. Skillful for days, man. Wicked pace. Um, yeah, man. And he always played with a smile in his face. Good energy type of guy. That's what people say as well. So prayers and
Yeah.
thoughts to his missus and his children and the family and the country as a whole as well, because both England and Ghana. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a heavy loss. Let's talk Super Bowl. What was your thoughts? Because obviously we ain't recording in a minute. So
Yeah,
what was
no, we
your
have
thoughts on the
a brilliant game. Very high scoring. A load of mistakes. Obviously, Mahomes got his injury in the second quarter.
It was bad.
And you thought he was out. You thought he couldn't turn this around, but yeah, he turned it around, and they had a hell of a performance in the third and fourth quarter. And but to be fair, Jalen Hurts had probably a perfect game, other than the fumble. He turned up in the big game and showed what he's worth. Like he should be. I still can't believe in the second round. Like it's crazy.
Remember when people were
It is
saying,
crazy.
he's not a franchise quarterback. He's not a franchise quarterback.
Mm.
This is a prime example of just letting a guy develop and putting the pieces around him to allow him to succeed. The Baltimore Ravens, I hope you watch that, mate. But anyway, yeah, like other than the fumble, I think they win that game because they had a really, really good game. But the holding call, obviously, I think it was like the last couple seconds and stuff. The ref wasn't calling it all game. Should he have called it there and then, do you think? Or should he have just let the boys play?
I think when it comes to that crunch time, I think those decisions, they count the most. So, yeah, there was a bit of holding, and he held his hands up, the player. So, yeah, I think it's a good call from the ref. You can't fault him.
A lot of people are saying that they should have let them keep playing like they were. Them lots go for the field goal, and it still gives Jalen some time to try and get down the field. Because either way, Kansas are going to win. Either way. But that just literally just wrecked the game for them. Obviously, because he was taken in the second round, Jalen Hurts hasn't got a fifth-year option. So his contract is up. I think this is year 3 for him. So after next season, he's got due for an extension. So they're trying to get the deal now. And people are saying, where does he rank? And a lot of people are saying that he should ask for more money than Kyler Murray, because he's done more than Kyler, he's done more than Lamar, he's done more than Deshaun, he's done more than all these guys. He should be like, essentially right now, I don't know where they're gonna rank him. I haven't got time to rank him now, but like in terms of like contract negotiations, like what do you reckon? They got to pay him top dollar?
Yeah, I think so. The record shows as well this season. They were unbelievable this season.
I think they went 16-1.
Yeah, 16-1 is a crazy record, and yeah, for him, this is his second year, right?
Third
year. But this was probably his first consistent run in the team. So yeah, he displayed that this year, and I believe he should be paid top dollar.
Yeah, should be paid top dollar. Guy balled out. And then obviously Derek Carr got released, and they're still debating where he's probably going to end up going. In terms of Lamar, from what I'm seeing on TV, it's looking more likely that he's going to probably get traded, bro. And I'm absolutely devastated. They're saying that he's probably going to go to Atlanta. Oh, I don't know. I'm just so upset. I'm not gonna lie. I'm upset about that. But it is what it is. It's gonna have to be your team, the Bengals. I think T. Higgins is up for his contract. I believe they're trying to get the negotiations done, and he's a 1,000-yard receiver. You know what I mean? He's a 1,000-yard receiver, so therefore he was taken in the second round. So in terms of in NFL standards, he hasn't made big P's. He's probably gonna want a big contract as well. But they're gonna have to pay Burrow. They're gonna have to pay Chase, who they're probably gonna want to pay over him, and the rest of the team is looking likely that he's gonna get traded. Do they? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think everyone keeps on saying that he's possibly going to go to Jacksonville to team up with the Trevor Lawrence again, because they were at Clemson together. Yeah, it's a tough one. This is the thing with NFL teams. It's hard to balance the books a bit. Like you want to pay your top guys the big money, but sometimes you can't. So there is a possibility that he probably will go to Jacksonville. But yeah, it would be a tough one to see, because he has, like you said, 1,000. Whatever the stats and records are, he has been a top player for Cincinnati. So yeah, I'd love to keep him on, but sometimes you're gonna have to let him go to probably benefit his career and get the money that he wants, really. So
Yeah. Let's end with some NBA. When you was you in America when LeBron broke the record?
yeah, we were in America, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously LeBron James broke the record to now become the all-time leading scorer in NBA in history. Every game he now plays is history making because it's further away from the initial Kareem Abdul-Jabbar record, who held it for 40 plus years. That's the fact that he held it for 40 years is phenomenal. Yeah, man. So in terms of, obviously we've both said admiration for LeBron James, but what was your thoughts when you watched the game or the highlights and just overall his consistency over the past 20 years? 20 years, bro.
Yeah, I watched. I think I obviously saw the clips on Instagram, and all the stars that turned up for him on that night. It was just amazing to see. Obviously, the stars: Denzel Washington, the Nike founder, what's his name, Phil Knight. Jay-Z was there.
Yeah,
there's just so many names there. And then that video of him and his sons, the sons video in it, when he breaks the record, is something that you probably can't replace. Like, that is just unbelievable moment. He is the GOAT to me, to be fair. I know we say we shouldn't be saying this stuff anymore, but
yeah,
to be fair, like, you've got to give him his flowers, and he has
give him his flowers, man. Give him his flowers.
He's just broke to break that record is unbelievable. And like 20 years of just the hard work that he's done
Consistency,
from the age of what, 18 to now. It's just it's unbelievable.
Not been in trouble either as well. Been committed to his wife, married her, high school sweetheart, put his team on, put his guys in positions to be multi-millionaires, built a school, sent thousands of kids to university, like changed the NBA forever in terms of the decision. Obviously, it went down bad, but everyone's benefiting from it now. I don't see how people can actually hate him. I actually don't understand it. Like, what? He's not Jordan. He's not meant to be Jordan. He's meant to be LeBron James, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just appreciate. That's one thing I think we do in Europe better than Americans do. Like, we appreciate our stars and we don't get bored of them. Like, if you like, I was so happy seeing those years of Ronaldo and Messi going back to back for Ballon d'Ors. Whereas in America, it's like, oh, this is getting boring. We want another star. No, bro. I want consistency. I want greatness for. I wish that man could play for 20 more years, honestly, because it's just phenomenal. But in terms of LeBron, one of my favorite athletes of all time, and I was just, it felt so good. Even though I've never met the guy and whatever that, but just watching that, I was like, yo, this is actually historical. I got to witness this. This is amazing. Trade deadline. Sticking with the Lakers, they traded out Westbrook and a few other pieces, and they got D'Angelo Russell. He's now back with the Lakers. Lee Beasley playing with Scottie Pippen Jr. That's crazy. And Vanderbilt and Rui Hachimura. The team looks better now. Obviously, they got more shooting, more defense, more athletic. I think they're like 13th right now. Do you reckon they can make the playing game or possibly the playoffs?
I think they might reach the playing game. I think it's a tall ask for the playoffs at this moment in time. But they could get a run of games with this sort of roster. But I don't see anything amazing from them so far.
To be honest, I'm just writing this season off, and just next season, now they've got a bit of flexibility and Russ off the books. I like D'Angelo Russell. Hopefully they can retain him because I like him. I think he's a good starting caliber point guard in the league. Malik Beasley as well can shoot them threes like no tomorrow. Kyrie to Dallas. What was your thoughts on that one, bro?
There was a lot of controversy from this one. I think it's a good sort of partnership with him and what's his name, Doncic. But the whole Brooklyn Nets sort of saga of him, KD, and Harden,
even
just
Simmons
didn't seem to work out, did it? It never sort of gelled. It never got off to the start that it was meant to. So I was a bit disappointed that the Brooklyn Nets and that saga didn't end well. But yeah, Kyrie started well with the Mavericks. It seems to be going on a good run, and hopefully Dallas get the best Kyrie that they can, because when Kyrie's on form, he's unbelievable.
Touching back on that LeBron thing, it just goes to show how much the media hate LeBron. LeBron played at Miami 4 years. He won 2 rings, and people still bash them. Oh, they underachieved. Look at these, look, bruv. Do you know what I mean? They had 3 of the best offensive players of arguably all time. Do you know what I mean? On their team. KD's best small forward, scoring small forward. James Harden, one of the best 2 guards to shoot the ball. And then Kyrie, probably the best handler of the ball. And they never got it done. And I feel like they've been gotten off somewhat lightly in comparison to like all the ridicule that LeBron gets. And then the blockbuster one, which, you know, was crazy. Kevin Durant to the Suns. I think that they're favorites now, isn't it?
Yeah, they've got to be with that roster. CP,
Booker.
Yeah, Booker and KD now. Yeah,
Ayton as well.
Ayton as well. Yeah, Ayton as well. Yeah, they've got it now. But there's a lot of pressure with that. With this trade, a lot of pressure comes from it. So they've got to handle that pressure now and see it off and try and get that championship.
And in terms of health-wise, it hasn't been the most healthiest squad because obviously KD's been injured every year. He's had some form of injury. Booker's just coming off an injury. Chris Paul gets injured every year without fail. Obviously, I think they've all got long-term contracts and stuff. And the type of players that they are, because it's a big 4, you can plug and play little like minimum contract players here and there that just do a job essentially. But yeah, no, like you're saying, it's championship or bust essentially. And I hate saying that, but it kind of is when you make a trade of such magnitude and you have such offensive power in like, cool. It's scary to see. It's scary to see. But I'm definitely gonna buy a KD jersey of the Suns. He's gone back to 35, which is a pretty cool thing as well. I'm looking forward to it. But Russell Westbrook, like we said, he was traded to Utah, and they're probably gonna do a buyout for him. People are linking him with Sixers, Clippers, Chicago, or Miami Heat. What team do you think is the best for him?
I think Clippers. I think staying in LA. He's from LA, isn't he? So yeah, it makes more sense to stay over there. Probably he's got kids now as well, so to keep them settled, it makes more sense.
And lastly, Kevin Love negotiated a buyout with the Cleveland Cavaliers, the last of the remaining team that won the championship in 2016. Potentially, again, another guy, they said potentially heading to Miami, but he's having a meeting with the Sixers. I hope he comes to Philadelphia, bro. We would, that would be pick and roll with him and James Harden, and he just shooting them things. It'll be a scary sight to see. Thoughts on Kevin Love, bro?
Yeah, I've always liked Kevin Love. I think the Philly move sounds slightly better than the Heat move. I think it makes more sense in terms of that. But yeah, like I said, I love Kevin Love, so wherever he goes, I'll be watching him.
Me being a Philly fan, I recorded a pod with I forgot their name. Oh damn, I'm gonna put it here. I literally just came across them on TikTok, and I was like, UK guys talking ball. Let's record a pod. We recorded the pod, if not last Sunday, the Sunday before. And literally an hour after recording, Kyrie was traded. So I was like, that's just useless then, isn't it? We can't even release that because that's just bollocks. And then I was like, you know what? I'll release it anyway. Then KD got traded. So I was like, I'm just going to use it for socials. But, and then on that pod, I said, Embiid is better than Jokic, yeah? And I put it on TikTok. I put it on YouTube. Jokic fanboys came after me. Oh, this guy don't know ball. This and that. Bro, check it.
I have seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh my days. Even on YouTube, they're coming for me, bro. Oh, it's just like, these fanboys. And then they're like, you're going to be real disappointed when he wins a 3rd one in a row. And I was like, oh, man. I was like, I'm stop crying. I'm not crying, but you'll be crying. I was like... But I like it. I enjoy it because it means I'm not even trying to be that hot take guy. I'm not even trying to be him. But
this is what the basketball does to people in America. Like they are so heated, like
and passionate. Yeah.
When we went to the game, like the blowout game, Sacramento one.
Yeah.
They were 30 points up. The guy next to us was like, play good defense. And it was like, the game's over. Like, chill out. Like, why does it? You're 30 points up.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
They're too much sometimes, Americans.
They're very passionate.
Yeah.
I think that's it, my boy. I think that's it. I think we've covered everything. Yeah, episode 60 hourly podcast. I'm gonna have to do all ads alongside my co-host, my brother, my brethren, Ethan, aka International Eth, aka Bucket Hat Eth. Again, thank you for everyone that's been supporting us. TikToks, Instagram, YouTube. Follow, like, subscribe everywhere, and that's been us. We're out. Peace, man.